Hey queers, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a new segment I like to call Kahaya After Hours. So today's hot steamy after hours segment is going to be about my very sleazy, naughty, lesbianist experiences and story times that I've had with other girls. Okay, don't expect any like hardcore tripping, okay? I just have had a few experiences, like that's yet to come. Phoebe Tonkin, call me. So I've told some of these story times before, but it was like a long time ago and I have a lot of new girlies here. So let's go ahead and spill the tea again. Okay, so the first lesbian story time I have was when I was deeply and madly in love with my sister's hot girl best friend. She was just everything. Like I remember seeing her around school and being like, wow, like she was such a cool, like popular, pretty girl. But like I never thought I was ever gonna like talk to her ever. But like one day her and my sister just became like best friends, and like she started coming over to my house and I was like, ah, no way. Like that's the bad bitch I always see in the hallways. So they were in my sister's room hanging out for like an hour or so, and then it was time for her to leave. And mind you, I'm sitting in like the den. So the room that I'm sitting in is like the room you have to walk through in order to like get to the front door and like get out. So like she's walking my way and I'm standing next to the couch, and like before I knew it, she literally like runs up to me and like tackles me, and like we both like full on like tackles me, and we both like fall playfully like onto the couch, and I'm like underneath her and she's like just like laying on top of me, and like her arms are around me and my arms are around hers. Ooh. And like both of our heads are facing this direction and her cheek is pressed up against my cheek, and we're just like laughing and smiling and giggling, and I'm just like I feel butterflies in my coochie. I'm like, whoa. Because mind you, like she's my sister's friend, but like we have never even said hi to each other, so like this is our first introduction and I'm just like, what is going on? I'm like, what the, but I'm not hating it. I'm just like, there's a pretty girl on top of me, you know, like what's next? You lead the way, baby, if you know what I mean. And so she's just like laying on top of me and we're just laughing and like we're cuddling, and then she whispers in my ear and she says, can you be my little sister too? Wham bam, yes ma'am. I was like, It was like the hottest, most sexiest, like Jennifer's Body-esque, like Jennifer Check energy that any girl has ever done to me. And I was just like, I was gagged. Like, and then she got up and walked out and like left. And I was just like, oh, like that just really happened. Wow, like that just actually happened, you know? It was very, let's be honest, like hello. Anyways, and I was like, bitch, I'm Jennifer. You can't out Jennifer me. And she out Jennifered me, and I was gagged and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not needy, bitch, I'm Jennifer. Like, after that moment on, like me and her like developed this like sort of like thing. Like, we had a thing, like a little like cute like friendship thing because of it. And so every single time that I would see her like at school or like in the hallways or like out, she would always come up to me and give me a hug, and she'd be like, hey Kahaya, and like she would say hi to me every time, and I was just like like obviously like my little like queer heart is just like oh my gosh, this pretty girl, like she's in love with me. Like obviously she's in love with me, you know what I mean? Like there was this one time where like I was at school and like mind you that morning I had like no clean clothes, and so I needed a shirt, so I just ran into the dryer and got like a random ass shirt from somebody's load and wore it to school. And I walked past her at school and she was like, hey, that's my shirt. And I was like, ooh. And then she was like, you look so good in it. Point me, point me, point me. I was like, ooh, thanks, babe. And then this one time where she came over to my house again to hang out with my sister, and once again, blah blah blah, they hang out, hours go by, whatever, it's time for her to leave, and obviously I go right back to where I was the last time. I go right back in that same room because she has to walk right past me. Hello, I wanted to say hi to Bae. Hello, I wanted Bae to say hi to me. Obviously I went back into that room with like an insane motive, so I walk back in there and I'm on the computer, so like my back is faced towards like the entrance to the room, and so she creeps up behind me and kisses me on the cheek. What the, I was gagging. Oh my gosh, she literally came up behind me and kissed me on the cheek. Like she was definitely, bitch, no, this is not no oh cute girly pop. No, bitch, she totally had a huge lesbian crush on me. I swear. She was trying to assert dominance, okay? She was literally trying to assert dominance because she was literally trying to play this little like game with me. Like, bitch, huh? She knew what the she was doing. And then I was just like, like, obviously, once again, butterflies in my coochie. I was just like, wow. And then sadly, this one day, her and my sister just like fell out and like stopped being friends, and I've never seen her or heard from her ever again. And I was just like, hello, just because you and my sister aren't friends anymore and stop talking doesn't mean like we have to stop talking, babe. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, it was just so sad and depressing because I was really just hopeful, like just so hopeful that maybe like at some point like we were gonna have this like insane, hot, sexy lesbian love affair. You know, I was just waiting for it. I was hoping and praying for it, but it's my time's not yet to come. My time's not now. Hopefully that time is soon with Rachel McAdams, preferably. But yeah, comment down below if you guys think that was like so like Lesbihonest, because to me, I'm just thinking like it totally was. But anyways, so yeah, that was the end of that sad story. Anyways, now Lesbihonest story number 2. Okay, so this girl at my school was just perfect. I was in love with her. She was the prettiest girl at our school. Everyone thought it, everyone knew it. All the boys wanted her. I'm sure all the girls wanted her too, or wanted to be her. She was just like on paper like the most perfect girl. She was beautiful, literally so beautiful, and she still is to this day. I like seen her not too long ago and I was like, wow. Freshman year of high school, me and her end up getting on the same cheer team, so like I would have to see her like every single day, and I was just like anyways. And literally from seeing her every single day, I developed the biggest crush on her ever. And like, mind you, I always knew growing up that I liked girls too, but like I had never had a moment in my real life with like a real life girl where I was like, oh my gosh, like I have a crush on her. Like the way that I crush about boys and get all giddy, that's how I genuinely got over her. And I was just like, wait, I was like, wait, like at this point in time I was a Christian and I was like, no, I was like, I can't, I'm gonna go to hell, I can't do this right now. But I was literally like praying the gay away. I was like, God, please. But it didn't work. Yeah, she was the first ever girl in like real life, like not celebrity, not influencer, no, like she was the first girl in real life I ever had like a big crush on. And I was just like so like nervous to be around her, and I was just like, she's just so perfect, wow. And anyways, so like this one day in particular, like obviously to cheer practice you literally wear like booty shorts, like booty short spandex to practice, and we would always wear those. And I was walking in front of her and she was walking behind me, and she was like, oh my gosh, Kahaya, your butt is like so big. And I was like, thank you, baby. I said, thanks, babe. And she was like, can I touch it? And I was like, yeah, of course you can. Of course you can. I was like, oh yeah, sure, go ahead. And then she's just like playing with my butt. She's like bouncing it and touching and squeezing it. She's like, wow. And then I'm just like, yeah, right. And in my head, I'm just like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you literally know what I mean? Like, ooh. Yeah, so like I was just like so completely and utterly gagged by that. And then like other girls were like, yeah, like it actually really is big, and I touch it too. And I was just like, yeah, and everyone was just touching my butt. Anyways, and then this one time my older sister is actually friends with her older sister. So this one time my sister had them both over for like a sleepover, and obviously since like Bae was in the other room, I walked in there to go hang out with them too. So it's me and her on one couch and my sister and her sister on the other couch. So me and her were just sitting there and we're talking, whatever. And then I have my legs propped up, and she puts a pillow down like damn near on my legs and like lays her head like basically on my legs. And I was just like, ooh, ooh, cute, you know. I was like geeking about it. And then I had like a picture that was like, I wanted to post it, but like I didn't know if I should because it was like super risque. But like I was like, hey, do you think I should post this picture? And she's like, oh my gosh, Kahaya, you have to post that picture. Like, you look so good. Like, please post that picture. And I was like, I would do anything for you. So I posted it, obviously. There was this one time where like I got prescribed glasses. So I started wearing glasses to school. And so I had them on whenever I got to cheer practice. And she looked at me and she was like, oh my gosh. She was like, Kahaya, like obviously like you're really pretty like without glasses. But like, wow, like with glasses, you look so good. Just keep the compliments coming. Like absolutely. I was just wow. Like anytime she talked to me, I was just blushing and I had butterflies in my stomach, and I was just like, wow, she's just everything. But yeah, we never ended up becoming friends, and like we graduated high school like 4 years ago. Like we don't talk at all, but like she'll like my Instagram pictures at times and I'll like hers, and like she's still super beautiful. So like if you're like really DTF, like hit me up because I'm down. Anyways, Lesbihonest story number 3. This story is definitely one I haven't told before, but people have like mixed signals about it because some people find this story very like weird and like kind of like inappropriate, which like that's not the vast majority, just some people I've talked to, but I'm just like, what? And then the other people find this story like super adorable and like Lana Del Rey coded, this is what makes this girl so cute. And that's me and a lot of other girly pops find this story like super adorable. But this happened to me when I was in like 1st grade. Like I had to have been like 5-6 years old. This was like maybe 2009, I don't know, but I used to go to this daycare, and at the daycare they would have high schoolers, like especially high school girls, come down and volunteer at like our daycare to be like apply to be like little student teachers or something. So like the high school girls would come down, they would like teach us, they would like, you know, play with us and like just like be our little like counselors or something. And there was this one girl in particular, her name was Brittany, and she was just so beautiful. Like, you know, like when like you're really young and like you look up to like the high school girls and you're just like, wow, they're like everything I want to be. Like they're just so perfect, and just like, and you just like admire their beauty and just like how like amazing they are. Like that was the vibe it was when it came to Brittany. I was just like, wow, like perfect, just perfect. To paint you the picture, she was a baddie. How the pretty little girl looked in the baby music video, like that was like what her vibe was. But like she had long black hair and like bangs and like hoops, and like she would layer her shirts with like some skinny jeans and like some sneakers or like some sandals. She was cute. She was super cute. Anyways, so me and Brittany became very fond of each other. Like she was like my designated like girl, because like every time we'd see each other, like I would give her a hug, she'd give me a hug, and it was like, oh my god, hi Brittany. She's like, oh my god, hi Kahaya. And like that was my bitch, like period. Like I loved her. And they had to have been like 14, 15, like sophomore, freshman in high school. But like there was this one day in particular, like where like it was recess, and like me and another little kid and Brittany and another teenage counselor, like we were all like, all 4 of us were sitting at like a table together out at recess. And like, mind you, phones were not allowed, but like the teenagers would like sneak their phones around and everything. So like Brittany and this other counselor were like looking at her phone, and they're like laughing and kikiing and just having like the best time ever. And like I was looking at them and I was like, I really want to be a part of this conversation. So like I went up to them and I was like, hey Brittany, like what are you guys laughing at? Like, can I see what you guys are laughing at like on your phone? And she was like, oh no, I'm so sorry, like this is like for like older kids, like it's really inappropriate, I'm sorry you can't see this stuff. And I was just like, oh okay, ran away and immediately started crying. I started crying. I got such bad FOMO. Like I still have bad FOMO, but like back in the day, like it just gave me such bad FOMO because I just wanted to feel included. I wanted to feel included so bad, and like they're like, no, you can't see it, and I was just like, no, like, and so I just felt so bad and I started crying. And then the principal, she actually was the one who found me crying, and she's like, come on, come to my office and tell me what's wrong. So she brings me to her office, and she's like, she sits me down, closes the door, and she's like, okay, well tell me what's the matter. And bitch, the reason why I'm crying is because like they won't show me what's on their phones. FYI, phones are not allowed. So I was like, oh hell no, I can't get my bitch in trouble. So like I was like, Brittany won't tell me a secret that I really want to know. Period, bitch. Even though my bitch hurt my heart and my feelings were hurt by my bitch, I wasn't gonna snitch on her. Like, bitch, I was not gonna snitch on my bitch, period, point blank. So I was like, it's like, she won't tell me a secret. And then she was like, okay, well, step out and I'll go grab Brittany and we'll talk about it and handle it and get it situated. I was like, okay. So bitch, I walk out and like I go to like the opposite side of like the hall, and I just see the principal like bring Brittany like into her office and shut the door behind them, and I'm just like, what did I do? My private gas. I'm literally gonna get Brittany in trouble, and she's gonna hate me forever, and she's never gonna talk to me again. And just and then before I knew it, the door opens up and out comes Brittany, and I'm just like, oh god, no, she's gonna hate me, bro. And then she starts walking up to me, and I'm just like, oh. And then she comes up to me and she grabs me and she's like, come here. And then she literally brings me into like this secret room. Like it was like a janitor's closet or something. She brings me in there. She like closes the door behind her. She, mind you, okay, I forgot to say this, but like when we were outside and they were like looking on their phones, she did tell me that they were looking at pictures of them in their bikinis, but she didn't want to show me because she said that like they were doing like adult stuff in there, and I couldn't see it. But like they were looking at pictures of them in their bikinis. That's what I forgot to mention that, but she did tell me that outside, but she didn't want to show me them. My little closeted ass crying because I can't see girls half dressed. Anyways, so I was trying to see something. Anyway, But yeah, I forgot to mention that. Anyway, fast forward. So she brings me into the secret janitor's closet. She closes the door behind us. She whips out her phone. She starts showing me like multiple pictures of her in her bikini. Point me again. But she literally, mind you, on like her little like Motorola, or like on her little Blackberry, because it's like literally 2009. But like she shows me like the pictures that they were laughing at. Like she showed me like multiple pictures of like her in her bikini, and I was just gagging, bitch. I was gagged, and I was like, no way. She, for one, she wasn't mad at me, which is like, yes. For two, like, little does she know, like, she literally is so for like pulling me aside and like showing me the tea, bitch. It was like the cutest thing ever. And like for people to be like, oh, she's a creep, like, no, she's not. Like, it was not in a weird way at all. She wasn't like, ew, look at these pictures of me. Like, no, she was just like, come here, babe, I'll show you, like, it's fine. And so she showed me, and it was just like so caught. It was just so cute, and it was so like, bitch, if you don't get it, you don't get it. And then number three, I'm obviously like a little closeted queer, so I was like, you know what I mean? Like, ooh, yeah, like a hot girl pulls me into a secret room and shows me pictures of her half dressed. Like, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Anyways, and then also number four, I felt so included. I felt like she was just like, it was like, I felt like I was one of the big kids, and like she made me feel so included, and I was just like, oh, it was the sweetest thing ever. It was so cute to me. It was not weird. Like, stop being weird. If you don't get out. Like, literally, it's very, to me, it was very like Lana Del Rey coded, very like girl coded, very this is what makes us girls coded. Like, if you don't get it, you don't get it, and I can't help you get it, but you literally don't get it. Do you get it? I hope you get it, because it was so cute. I mean, I wouldn't do the reason why she didn't want to show me it was because they were smoking in the picture, but like, yeah, I thought it was really cute that like she wanted to make me feel better and like give me a little like, okay, here, come here, I'll show you. Like, it was so cute. It was very much that vibe. It was adorable. And Brittany, if you're watching this, hey baby, I love you, and I hope you're doing well. But yeah, what do you guys think about that story? It was not weird. It was the cutest thing ever. Like, I was in, bitch. I was in with the big kids, and it was so cool. Anyways, and yeah, Brittany, she didn't get mad at me afterwards or anything like that. We still remained like besties till like the end of her internship, and I was very sad to see her leave. But like, yeah, that was my bitch. I hope she's doing well. Yeah, anyways, that's the end of my 3-part lesbianist story times. And even though like obviously like I didn't full on get finger banged in like any of these story times, like they were very pivotal in my like bi awakening. So like, yeah, that's why I told them. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Comment down below your bi awakening or something funny you thought about this video. I love you guys. Bye.